Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you.
I spent 5 hours watching Destiny lore. I'm a changed man.
Destiny, Bungie's genre-defining MMORPG light first-person looter shooter has been in my rotation of games ever since early 2015. Before that, my only experience with the genre was Borderlands, and my only experience with Bungie was Halo multiplayer around the neighborhood, defaulting to a PS3 after a brief fling with a 360. Through the entire generation, I found myself lacking any significant multiplayer. Besides, Red Dead Redemption Online, Uncharted 2 multiplayer, and Black Ops.
But come on, none of those are as cool as hopping in a Banshee flying around while you're wearing a combat suit that
But one day of E3, I was watching a presentation, and in partnership with Activision, Bungie revealed their grand 10-year plan. A game that would go on to be a massive influence and ignite the dreams of space-exploring lightbearers across the globe. Destiny.
Honestly, the most surprising thing, I'm shocked they got the name. Like, I can't even get the username Chun anywhere, but they got Destiny? After 30 years of video games, it was free?
Destiny has had a long and arduous road since it launched in 2014. From content droughts to divisive pricing structures, a divorce with Activision, and an entire relaunch with Destiny 2, Bungie probably has enough stories to fill a second 10-year project just talking about all the work that went into making sure Destiny grew to the success it is today. Late last year, Destiny celebrated its 6th anniversary and marked the occasion by announcing since its launch, a whopping 167 million Guardians have found their light thanks to players across the globe. That's pretty impressive for a game that was panned at launch.
Clearly, I can't speak for reviewers at the time, but for the sake of this video, I will. I imagine they went into Destiny wanting something on the level of a Halo campaign, which they were disappointed with because Destiny is much more ambitious than anything Halo has done in terms of its structure and form. And as somebody who's recently played Halo Combat Evolved for the first time, yes, Destiny isn't as tight about its execution of telling a story, but I can tell you the campaign in vanilla Destiny 1 is about as deep as this.
Halo doesn't kill Flood, it kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible.
So clearly, Destiny is an evolving world and an evolving success story, but I'm here today to make a claim that many of you might not be ready for.
Destiny 2, and I'm including Destiny 1 in this statement, is probably the best game ever made.
Now, I know that seems bold, but let's look at the game itself for a second. Gunplay is best in the biz with loads of variety in the way guns feel to shoot across multiple types of weapons. The explosive rounds of the Sunshot feel incredible and make it one of my favorite weapons in the game, but guess what? No Time to Explain, with its cool little void that opens up and pulls bullets flying from another dimension to assist you in wiping out ads, or literally any sword feel amazing to slay the descendants of the worm gods.
The only reason that made it into the script is because Bife taught me. Thank you.
Speaking of, the lore in Destiny is incredible. Sure, it could have been executed a lot better, but the story of the world has gotten ridiculously more streamlined since 2014. Plus, I'd say it makes the community discussion and support around our lore masters much more exciting. Now the art. The art. The art.
The art.
So sure, plenty of games have all of this and more. So what about Destiny makes it a contender for greatest game ever made? Well, this.
Bungie set out to redefine multiplayer shooters last generation, and they absolutely, unequivocally did. I can't think of a single game from the early years of last generation that had as much influence on the AAA release lineup as Destiny did. Yeah, it brought on a wave of games as a service like titles, but no other game, genre or otherwise, was able to just grip the mainsail by the rope and tug it to just shift the direction of this pirate ship that is AAA titles.
The number of times we heard Destiny like or saw people denying comparisons to Destiny despite trying to be Destiny, it's too many to count. Anthem, Division, Borderlands 3, Outriders, hell, even Avengers. The list goes on and on and on and is full of games that I can't even remember. You know why? It's clearly hard to do this right, but Destiny is still going strong. When it comes to the genre of looter or games as a service, there are few that can comprehensively hold a candle to what Destiny does. Yes, there are elements of games like Destiny that do things Destiny should steal. Please, copy Avengers and let my season pass be permanent. But when it comes to being an unwavering success, Destiny laps its competition. Now sure, did Destiny also inspire the idea of being able to launch a game lacking content only to support it down the line later in a variety of monetization platforms? Sure, but I do think the positives of creating a genre that can be celebrated across the globe with friends and a variety of levels from free to paid is exceptional, and it's baffling that nobody else has been able to do this right.
In addition to the great things the game does as a game, Destiny manages to consistently reinvent itself as an MMORPG-like games as a service looter shooter, where other MMORPG-like games as a service looter shooters have been born and died since Destiny launched. And Destiny is healthy to this day, continuing to be exciting and doing new things and finding success. So yes, considering the fact that it seems to be impossible to replicate this formula for anybody and do it successfully, even like a shred, a sliver, a pull of the string cheese to match the quality and success of Destiny, Destiny/Destiny 2, probably the most impressive, best game ever made. Until, of course, they go full MMO. At that point, Destiny is nowhere near close to the true probable best game ever made. Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG with the free trial up to level 60, which includes the DLC expansions of...
This is a slightly different bonus section today, but I'm currently going back and forth on starting Final Fantasy XIV because part of my soul desperately wants to be someone who just cares about one game or two games, maybe three, and I feel like the people who love 14, that's like their second life. So I'm trying very hard. I don't know what's wrong with me. Destiny I love, Destiny I play solo, Destiny I rarely play with friends, especially anymore, and I still enjoy it. But 14, I feel like I'm just missing out by not having people. So, maybe I'll just play Final Fantasy 9, I don't know.
Now what do we do? You know what? I really don't know.